All right, so here is, let me get in the picture there. Here is our fifth homebrew. This is the Northern Brewer extract grapefruit pulpin, which is the grapefruit sculpin clone. And as you can see, I just poured this. It came out fantastic. Looks great. And this is the grapefruit sculpin clone. And as you can see, it's got a great sort of amber color. Nice, about 1.5 finger frothy head. Again, I got a new, I don't know if you can see it, kegerator. Edge Star. There it is. And I also then, of course, purchased a corny keg ball lock. But this is now what I have available to put my homebrew in. Instead of bottling everything, I can now keg it, which is great because I love keg beer, draft beer. Anyway, we brewed this probably about, today is March 31st. I believe we brewed this almost a month ago. So we left it in the primary for 2 weeks and then the secondary for 2 weeks. I cold crashed it. We used a Warloff tablet, and I think that's what helped with the clarity. The clarity on this, for my homebrews, again, I'm just a very beginner brewer. This is the best and most clear beer we have. I think cold crashing it certainly helped, and then also the Warloff tablet helped. Some of the particulars on this beer, the original gravity was supposed to be 1.065. We came out at 1.075. No idea why it was higher. Don't know what we did to get that extra out of it. The final gravity was 1.010, so that gave us about an 8.5% beer. So it's a big beer, but you can't really taste it. So that's wonderful. Grains used, we steeped about 2.5 pounds. I'm sorry, 0.25 pounds of Breeze Caramel 20 and a half pound of Dingman's Cara 20, and then the hot bill. Let's see, 60-minute we half an ounce of Chinook, 20-minute half an ounce of Cascade, 20-minute half an ounce of Chinook, 5-minute half an ounce of Cascade, and also half an ounce of Chinook, and then at flame Amarillo, and 1 ounce of Amarillo, and a half ounce of Chinook. So a ton of hops. Then in the secondary, I dry hopped. As soon as I moved over to the secondary, I dry hopped it with the 1 ounce of, 1 ounce of Simcoe and 1 ounce of Cascade. And then when I moved it to the secondary, I didn't do anything with it, but about 7 days, a week before I kegged it, I put in the grapefruit peel. That didn't come out as much as I probably should have left the grapefruit on there a little bit longer, put it in earlier, but it still turned out great, really smooth. I used and I'm a big fan of the White Labs. I used the White Labs California Ale Yeast. Big fan of that. Didn't even have to use their yeast starter, even for how big the beer is. Maybe I should have. I am on my next one. The next brew we're doing is from Northern Brewer again. Again, I can't recommend Northern Brewer enough. Their kits are great, fresh, great flavor, easy to do. I'm doing the Heady Topper clone, and because that's such a big beer, I am using a yeast starter for the first time on that. So I'm brewing that probably in the next week or two, so you'll see a review in about maybe month and a half. So anyway, let's get to the taste. Cheers. This is the Northern Brewer Grapefruit Pulpin. Wow. So I've compared this to the two, and it's very close. What it's not, it doesn't have the overwhelming grapefruit flavor that the grapefruit sculpin has, but it does have that great mouthfeel, again, because it's coming from the keg, and very well balanced. The back end of that, all that hops come through. Not too bitter. It's really pleasant. I've served this to father-in-law, mother-in-law, mother, friends. They've all really enjoyed it. They think it's my best beer. In fact, this 5-gallon batch is almost gone, and I've only had it in there for about a week. So that shows you how popular it is. Now, that was over Easter, so we had a lot of people drinking it. But anyway, really great beer. Highly recommend it. This is our grapefruit pulpin from Northern Brewer homebrew. Really good. And cheers, everyone. Gonna make this one again.